Robert Harward turns down Trump's offer to be national security advisor. Sources: former Navy SEAL was hired to replace Michael Flynn, who was asked to resign over contacts with Russia and his attempts to cover up nature of those contacts. Robert Harward, the respected former Navy SEAL who earned high marks for his management skills, has turned down Donald Trump's offer to replace Michael Flynn as national security advisor, the senior White House official told the Associated Press on Thursday. Trump security advisor Flynn resigns after leaks suggest he tried to cover up Russia talks. Read more. The White House official said Harward, who is a senior executive at Lockheed Martin, cited family and financial reasons for opting not to take the job to replace Flynn, who was asked to resign on Monday after a brief and turbulent tenure. The official, who spoke anonymously to the Associated Press because Harward's decision had not been publicly announced, two sources familiar with the decision told Reuters that Harward turned down the job in part because he wanted to bring in his own team. That put him at odds with Trump, who had told Flynn's deputy, Katie McFarland, that she could stay. Harward, the retired three-star admiral with deep experience in Afghanistan and the Middle East, emerged from the same special operations circles as Flynn. Flynn was forced to step down over contacts with the Russian ambassador to Washington and his subsequent attempts to cover up the true nature of those contacts, which included misleading Vice President Mike Pence. Harward was under consideration for a senior White House position even before a national security advisor job came open, The Guardian has learned. Initially, Trump had discussed making Harward, who is close to Defense Secretary James Mattis, one of his 5 special assistants to the president, the job that offers substantial access to the Oval Office. Once Flynn was forced to resign on Monday, the job discussions with Harward re-centered on the national security advisor role. Former officials who worked with Harward considered his amiable temperament, bureaucratic competence and lack of discernible ideology a notable contrast to Flynn. They said an early test for Harward would have been restoring the primacy of the National Security Council (NSC), the traditional interagency forum for foreign and security policy making. Under Flynn, the NSC had been challenged by competing bodies, particularly one helmed by Steve Bannon, Trump's chief strategist and a white nationalist. Harward is said to share Mattis' view of Iran as a primary security threat, though with less ideological fervor. He spent much of his youth in pre-revolutionary Iran, where his father, also a Navy officer, was stationed. Colin Thal, the former national security advisor to Joe Biden and before that a senior Pentagon official, called Harward a hard-charging patriot who would have stabilized a volatile White House.